Hey guys, this is Joey. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Battle Mage first to 4th job skills. So let's not waste any time and just get right to it. So first job skill starts off with one attack skill and the teleport, and the sort of a attack but passive skill, and then lastly the teleport skill that teleports you to the base. So let's start with the triple blow. Teleports. Oh no, not that. Teleport and condemnation. Okay, so triple blow does 3 attacks to the enemies. Oh, not that. Does 3 attacks to the enemies, and it does 3 attacks to, I believe it's 5 enemies. 5 enemies. Yep. So yeah, that's basically it. And then the teleport is just basically that. And by the way, the teleport is not like that. I have to turn this off. And this is just the basic teleports. So now the next skill is called the condemnation, I believe. And it calls up a familiar that's gonna stay by you, and once you activate the familiar, it kind of like activates this bar at the top, and this bar acts like a soul collector. So as you kill enemies, you collect souls, and as that soul levels up, increases, the bar increases. Once it finishes, the familiar unleashes his special attack. So yeah, that's basically it for the active skills. Now for the buffs, the first buff is called Hasty Aura. So basically, this aura increases your party members' evade and movement speed, and passive, it also increases jump also. So yeah, just equip that. If I do that, it just has this yellowy aura, and you can see it right there, and boom, yeah. And then for the passive, you have a staff assist, which increases your crit rate and crit resistance by 4%, and your boss attack and player attack by 8%. So yeah, that's it for the first job. So now for your second job, when you enter level 30, you get quad blow and dark chain. So now quad blow is kind of like, it's the same thing as a triple blow, but it has more the abilities are increased, the damage is increased, and the hit count is increased. So you hit enemies 4 times, and I believe it is 6 or 5 enemies. So it's 5 enemies, so you hit 5 enemies 4 times. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And your next skill is called, I believe it's right here, it's called Dark Chain. Basically, this dark chain pulls enemies towards you and also deals damage to them. So right here, boom, and it deals damage to 5 enemies. So its hit count is 1, but it does damage to 5 enemies. So yeah, that's it for all the skills, the active skills. So now for the buffs, we get a buff called Staff Boost and Draining Aura. So now the Staff Boost basically increases your attack speed, and so I'll show you what it looks like. So now here it is, Staff Boost. It looks exactly like that. So now for the next skill, the next buff, which is called Draining Aura. This aura basically allows party members to leech HP, or yeah, basically leech HP from monsters, and other party members can also heal other party members, so based on the damage they deal. So if I activate it right here, it has like this red aura below your feet, and you can see it right here. And the cooldown is 5 seconds, so once it's activated, it has a cooldown of 5 seconds. But that's just a skill, but the overall buff is duration is unlimited. So yeah, so now for the passive, first passive is called Ordinary Conversion. Basically increases your max HP by 10% and your MP by 20%, and HP recovery by 5.3%. And then the next skill called Grim Contract increases your the damage your Grim, your familiar, does by 0.5% per your level. So yeah. So now the next skill is called Staff Mastery, and this basically increases your magical attack by 15%, and High Wisdom increases your magical damage by 10%. So yeah, that's it for your second job. So now let's go to your third job. So the third job has two active skills. First is Quintuple Blow, and your second is Battle Burst. So now Quintuple Blow does 5 damage, 5 attacks to 6 enemies. So do right here. No, not that. Wrong skill. Sorry. So it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 enemies. And your second skill, which is called Battle Burst, does 2 hit counts to 6 enemies. And right here you can see it. It does this. Basically, it just bursts towards an enemy. I'm waiting for the cooldown, and just boom. It looks pretty nice. I really like it. And then yeah, that's it for the active skills. Now if I go to the buffs, there's a buff called Dark Shock, and Dark Shock basically adds a lightning effect to your teleport. So if I was to teleport, there'll be a lightning effect from my starting point and ending point. So let me show you right here. Boom. And it does damage also. So yeah. And I believe the lightning effect lasts for, it doesn't say how long it lasts. Yeah, it doesn't really say how long it lasts, but the duration for the buff itself lasts for 30 minutes. So yeah, you're gonna be alright. And then the next buff is called Blue Aura, and basically this Blue Aura increases your party members' abnormal status resistance. So, and then it also increases physical damage reduction and magical damage reduction. So yeah, basically what it you see right here, the stats. Yep, I activated to show you. It shows a Blue Aura, and you can see it right here. Pretty nice. And then for the passive skills, not that. For the first one, Battle Mastery increases crit damage by 10%, and also crit damage resistance by 10%. Also, it increases boss defense and player defense by 4%. And for your power stance, it increases your knockback resistance by 26. And for Dark Conditioning, it increases your accuracy by 3% and evade by 9%. And then the last skill is called Grim Contract 2, which is basically the previous Grim Contract upgraded, and basically increases your Grim damage by per level, and the skill damage is going to be 90%. Okay, next job, Fourth Job. So Fourth Job has about 3 skills for the active. First one is Dark Genesis, second one is Finishing Blow, and third one is Party Shield. So now Dark Genesis, basically, if I show you right here, it summons this special effect called Dark Genesis, and then let me read it to you. So it basically deals damage in the wild areas on the enemies, and there's a kind of like a follow-up skill to this. So while Dark Genesis is on cooldown, your auto attack is gonna summon lightning bolts that deal damage. So since that's on cooldown, if I use I'll explain the next skill, which is called, I'll show the effects of Dark Genesis while I explain Finishing Blow. So Finishing Blow is the last upgrade to the blows, which is the quintuple, the triple, and all the other ones. So it basically deals 7 hit counts to 7 targets. So I'll show you right here. It does 7 hit counts. And yeah. So now let me show you the Dark Genesis set effect. Well, not set effect, but the effect skill while it's on cooldown. So as you can see, while I did damage, there is a lightning bolt effect that shows up, which also deals damage. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but right there. So yeah, that's basically what the effect does. So yeah, that's it for the actives. Well, there's also the party barrier. I almost forgot about that. Party shield. This party shield basically, it's a barrier that protects your teammates in an area. So if I activate it, it just sets the barrier in one area, and while you're inside that barrier, the party members will take less damage. So it's right here. There's a damage decrease, and that's basically it. The barrier just helps with damage decreasing. And yeah, that's it for the active skills. So now let's move on to the buffs. So now the first buff consists of, I'll put it right here. Yeah, it consists of body rage, dark aura, and weakening aura. So battle rage basically limits your targets to 1, but increases your final and critical damage, and by like critical damage by like 2% at level 1, and final damage by 5% at level 1. It's gonna increase as you level it up. But the main thing is that it decreases your target by 1. So we've also activated here. So right here, so finishing blow was dealing 7 attacks before, so now it's only gonna deal 1 attack, but it's gonna deal a higher crit damage and final damage. So right there, so damage is increased. Let me look at it. So yeah, so target count to 1, so it only attacks 1 target. I believe, yeah, it only attacks 1 target. Let me make sure. So yeah, it only attacks 1 target. So yeah, this is basically a one-on-one type skill. So yeah, that's it for battle rage. Now if we move on to weakening, dark aura. Dark aura basically increases, it's like the other auras, but each auras are different. This aura, dark aura, increases your physical damage and magical damage. So yeah, that's basically it. So if I activate it, which is right here, dark aura, right there, simple. Now for weakening aura, it's the opposite. So it's physical damage decrease onto the enemies, and physical damage and magical damage decrease to the enemies. So activate it, it looks like it. Also the auras override themselves, so you can't activate more than 1 aura. So yeah, it's basically right there, straightforward. And yeah, that's it for the buffs, I believe. Yes. And now for the passives, you have Staff Expert, which increases your crit damage and by 15%, and magical attack by 25%. And also Spell Boost increases your magical damage by 25%. And then finally, Grim Contract enhances. It's basically the enhanced version for the previous Grim Contracts, which increases your skill damage up to 150%. So yeah, that's basically it. And also, I almost forgot to mention, the Dark Genesis has a passive effect which increases damage of Dark Chain, Battle Burst, and Dark Shock. So if you want to make good use of that, you would have it in a skill preset. So you would have Dark Genesis and then the 2 other skills. So yeah, and I believe it was Dark Chain, Battle Burst, and Dark Shock. So Dark Shock. So yeah, if you have this activated and then have it, I'll show you my skill preset. Oh, I'm dying. Okay, so activate Dark Genesis. To activate Dark Genesis, and then my skill presets, I'll be able to deal more damage. So yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.